Fine. So the topic for group discussion is why is youth distracting themselves from opting defense as a career? The three leads are, the first lead is because there are more lucrative private jobs. Number second is youth want enjoyable life. Third lead is because youth is unaware about the quality of life that defense forces offer. I'm repeating the topic. Sit properly. Why is youth getting distracted from opting defense as a career? Three leads are, number one is more lucrative private jobs are there. Number two is youth wants enjoyable life. Number third is youth is unaware about the quality of life that defense forces offers. You can speak as many times as you want, but make sure only one person at a time will be speaking. Just raise your hand who wants to start. I'll begin the point, like chess number 4. After chess number 4, pass it to chess number 7.
Good morning, everyone. As per the today's GD, why the youth is distracted from joining armed forces? The main reason I think is like the lucrative private jobs which is available today. As we all know, like India, which is employing more than 17% of youth in the IT industries, which is a better paying jobs, and also they provide better facilities. And also like the today's youth is distracted, they don't want a challenging life of the armed forces. They don't like enjoy the disciplined life. They want to enjoy and explore more with the better paying opportunities in their life.
I respect the point of chess number 4 that he's given the data that 70% of youth have been going for the IT sector. But the point comes, they are unaware about the lifestyle of the armed forces. Most of them, they are thinking that in armed forces they have to risk their life. They are distracted in the name of that. So if they will be aware that how the armed forces is providing them multiple opportunities in various sectors, even in the engineering department, they will be definitely going for that. Gentlemen, as per the statistics, around 1.5 million vacancies are there in the Indian Army. So if the Indian Army started awareing people about the lifestyle of the armed forces, about the various opportunities, definitely it would be easier to tackle this issue.
Very well said by my former speaker, and I also draw your attention that in 2019 in Rajya Sabha around the defense ministry said that 6,800 officers are also lacking, and one of the aspect of this is that in rural areas people still consider that this is a mundane job. They think that one person is standing with a gun throughout the day. So I would say that if defense promotes some kind of exhibition like in Yalanka, Bangalore, they have made a biggest air show which they are promoting that youth defense capability is showing more advancement, and that is the main reason that will also attract many of the youth which is distracted. Thank you.
So basically the armed forces comes under the two ministries, that is Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Defense. I believe that why the reason the youth are distracting from it, I believe is that because of the lack of people awareness about, they do not know how the life is there in the armed forces, because many people are from the civilian background like me, and I have also got to know about the defense forces much early, much. So I can tell from my personal experience also that there is a misconception there that only the army is involved in the wartime procedures and not only in peacetime. So there is also involvement of army in securing the internal security and also to deal with other issues also. So I think there is a lack of awareness among people, which is a major cause according to me.
Gentlemen, from my point of view, I think that it is lack of awareness. Let's consider two cases, the officer and the soldiers. The soldiers go and join the army. There is no shortage of the soldiers in the army, but when we considering about the officers, in the rural area where they have been brought up, they come up with the qualities that the army requires. But the thing is that they do not aware themselves about the life of the army, the challenges that the army provides. Army is not all about the gun, handling the guns and tackling the enemy. It is all about protecting our nation. There are various challenges that the army provides.
Friends, as per today's GD topic, in my opinion, the disguised youth is one of the root case that they are not enrolled in the defense forces. And as all of my former speaker mentioned about the how the upper and the candidate who are in the education stream are not aware about the defense. I just want to talk about the candidate and aspirant who are from scheduled tribe and scheduled caste. They are much have in number and not have much aware about this defense job. So, in my opinion, again, the disguised youth is one of the root case.
So, very well said, my former speakers. But I would like to say that lacking information doesn't make a youth to join army, because in today we are living in a modern world. In a modern world, we are always surrounded in AI. Many of there are software engineers. They are earning money in their home only. Many of you may seen that many of us or many of our family members are doing work from home and they are earning good money. So why they want challenges when they're getting the money from their home only? Why they want to put their life in a border or in a Siachen glacier type? So only those who are really passionate or who wants to go further, they only join. But according to me, I think they have a better job opportunity. They have a good salary income. That's why they are not lacking.
Hello everyone. So listening to all of us, and as majority of had said that the youth are much more aware about the defense forces and the lifestyle of Indian armed forces. So I would like to mention that yes, gentlemen, I support your point, but the more important thing is that as the chess number 10 has highlighted that there is a vacancy of 6,800 officers at the officer entry level and mainly at the captain and major ranks. Now, I would like to add one more data that in 2018, the report was published that there is an average dropout rate of the training cadets in National Defense Academy around 12,000 in a decade. It means around 16 to 18% of cadets are withdrawing the application from the training academies. Now why it is happening? Because the training is so rough and tough, and when you get into the armed forces and the lifestyle is so changed from the civilian one, you cannot enjoy that freedom. There is so much discipline and rough and tough training. So I believe that personally more youths want to enjoy their life and they want to pursue their skills, their hobbies as a profession, like they are having speaking skills, singing, dancing. So that's what they can more enjoy other than armed forces.
Like, I agree with the chess number 6, like lucrative private jobs which are attracting youth today. And nowadays, if we talk about the parents, they are pushing their child from the childhood times, like to be a good engineer, to be a good doctor, and take a profession which is less challenging. And as the chess number 10 has really mentioned, like the students are really not aware about the challenging life and disciplined life or the opportunities they are getting. But if we talk about the current scenario, the most of the youth are getting attracted towards the private jobs, which is making them satisfied and giving them better opportunities, better facilities, and they are really enjoying their benefits. And that's why I think like people are not going for the defense jobs.
In my opinion, I believe that there is a dearth of Indian officers, and people are youth is not joining the Indian Armed Forces because of lack of awareness among youth. And it is not only at this when they are adult. It's not like only then they are unaware about the challenges about the defense life, but they are brought up that way. Most of the times the parents don't brought up their children with qualities like courageous, and they don't feel like their children should be predilected towards joining defense forces because of the risk of life also. And they isolate their child mindset by introducing them to other sectors like chess number 4 said lucrative services. And the other thing I would like to address here is that the defense forces training is actually most of the time is isolated training. So it's not like the civilians jobs are employees are trained, and that's why they feel that the life is completely different and full of risk, and it's more about taking life of enemies and also putting one's life at risk. So that's why they are more open to other jobs rather than defense forces. So my point is that it is lack of awareness. Okay.
As I was listening to chess number 6, that he was telling people join army because of passion. It is very true that people join because of passion, but on the other hand, when we consider the rural area, people are not made aware about the defense forces. The only medium that most of the people get aware about the defense force is the newspaper, YouTube channel, or by looking or by watching the life of the armed personnel very closely. Because of this, at some places the people are brought up in such a way they are good natural leaders, but they are not aware about the defense force, because of which they will be joining different lucrative jobs, and they will be their age will be like passing, and at last they will be realizing that they have the potential to join the defense force. Thank you.
Chess number 2 and chess number 3 has given good point that most of the students, how they get to know about the career opportunities by seeing their environment, by seeing their lifestyle in their surrounding. As mentioned by chess number 4, that 70% of people are going to IT sector. So people are seeing that engineering life, doctor life, so they are aware about that life. As per the statistics, 77.2% people are from the rural background in the Indian Armed Forces. So this shows that they are aware by seeing the army personnel very closely, as mentioned by chess number 2. And as mentioned by chess number 6, who is saying that, why one will go to serve in Siachen or something like that if he's getting the lucrative jobs with a better salary. So this is what I want to mention, because they aren't aware about the different corps are there in the Indian Army, the engineering, and then medical corps, then different corps are there. So if they will be aware about that, and if we ask about most of the youth, why they are joining engineering, they will say they have seen their surroundings. If they will be taught that in Indian Army there are the chances of this, they are going for that. As mentioned by chess number 1, on chess number 10, that Yelahanka air station, people are aware. Recently we have seen that 10 lakh people are crowded in the Prayagraj itself to see Air Force air show. So this shows that people love the lifestyle of armed forces, but they aren't aware. If there will be proper awareness for that, definitely we can tackle this issue.
As my former speaker, chess number 1 said, many of the trainees who left the training in their training periods, and see, I want to say that they left the training, and many of them you have seen YouTube that they become a content creator because they get the much salary in YouTube itself. I don't want to mention those names, but you may know many of the army personnel who left the army by joining army by 2 or 3 years of serving. They are getting more money by YouTube only, and they can easily know that army will be more tough life for further challenging them. So it's easy to get more money by YouTube earning and other things.
As also we have been seeing, youth is going for the adventurous activities and also enjoyable activities, that where they are aware of the people, aware about the structure of the army. That we have been seeing the chess number 7 have been mentioned about it is having a wide structure in the army course, that where it is having a medical facilities and also having a different type of engineering course even. And also like to mention about the cultural integrity even, that where the persons want to learn about the culture, there is an option of integration camps like Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat camp and also national integration camp. That we are also being aware that youth are motivated to go for a trekking and training camps and mountaineering. These where like chess number 2 have been also mentioned that it is not only about the holding of rifles and the guns, it is also about the enjoyment that were taking place in the army by going to the trekking and expeditions and many other activities. So there is a lack of like chess number 11 have been mentioned about the lack of officers, that we are holding only 13 lakh people in the armed reserve forces, that where we are having a deterrent countries. We need to improvise our facilities and also give a wide structure to the armed forces that is quite good at over there, but people were not aware and the vacancies were not filled either ways. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I am agree with all of your points, but I would like to go with chess number 1 and 7. what they are telling that army is having not having that much enjoyable life that the civil life is having. So I want to just ask you one question: what makes human as a human? Of course, our family, our friends. Army is having our friends, but we all know this thing that after going to the army, the officers and all the soldiers are not coming back to their families properly. Lack of family love and we can see there. And as the enjoyment's meaning is different for everyone else. So according to chess number 2, the enjoyment is doing the adventure and doing the things, but not for everyone else. For the other persons, it can be for with living in the family, coming home at 4 p.m., enjoying movie, and this can be the enjoyment. And army will not gonna provide you this thing. Army, you are providing a 24-hour dedication. But other jobs like a civil job, when you are getting a vehicle, when you are coming home at 4, enjoying your life totally with your family, retirement of 60. So this will gonna provide this attracts the youth more, as the private sector is also providing this thing. So this is looks more attractive to the youth in accordance to their army life.
Yes, I agree with my chess number 8, and also my chess number 6, 7 said that we are living in an AI, and youth are attracted towards lucrative jobs. But I would still again draw your attention that in 2020, a major rank officer has cleared UPSC. Army is also giving educational opportunities, and also they are giving you, as you can see, in the British academies, our major rank officers have been studying there. So they are also working on the lucrative jobs. And as you can see in the Yalanka air show, around 10,000 1 lakh people come to seeing the air, because it is the world biggest air show. So I would say that it is still that we are not awareing the people, we are not giving proper exhibition program in locality, and then we will tell you about that how defense capabilities is showing you and also giving you more advantage. And still, as you consider about you can easily get money at your home. I know army life is tough, but it would still give you more opportunities in various things like climbing, mountaineering. It will give you a challenging job, which will give you more advantage, in my opinion, I think.
So as some of them has mentioned about the lack of awareness, so it is not the lack of awareness about the recruitment of vacancies that are there, because as you have mentioned about, we are living in the AI era. So definitely everyone is aware about the vacancies that are there, but the basic structure and branches of the army people are not aware of. As the chess number 7 has rightly mentioned, that there is not only army wing that is for armored or infantry. There is also army education corps, there is corps of signals, there is army engineers corps. So there are also various technical fields in which people can go in the army background, even though when they have the technical knowledge. And also there are various programs that are run, like there is the Julie exercise, which is being run by the Navy, in which they are targeting the youth, and they are encouraging the youth to come forward and come into the sector of the defense forces. So I believe that government is making efforts, and also we need to aware ourselves also more, and individuals also have to take initiative to get into the armed forces, so that we can help
So as chess number 7 and 11 has said that army provide more lucrative things other than just for infantry. There are many more things, corps of engineer, army medical corps, corps of education. But still, gentlemen, I would like to mention one point. It is army, a disciplined life. As chess number 8 has very well highlighted, that when you go in army, you do not get time to be with your family. At officers level, we get 60 days leave, and at non-commissioned officers, we get only 90 days leave. So at the time when your family needs you, you are unable to support them being with them. You can support with them in a different way, but your family, as we have seen that majority of the families have only one child, and also the child wants to be with their family members. So this is also one of the reasons that a child wants to explore much more, because there are more things to explore in life. Army is full of adventure. It is very good, but it is so disciplined, and there is so rough and tough training. Everyone can afford that. There is.
I am partially disagree with the chess number 1, as he mentioned about the quite challenges in the Indian Army, as every job, whether it is in the civilian background or in the defense, have their own pro and cons. If you talk about the defense has the adventure, exciting, and the disciplined life. It's very much right. And when you're talking about the civilian job, it is 9 to 5 job. Many people are frustrated and commit suicide due to this internal politics and the civil pressure put on the an employee, and that is the continuous increasing pressure and decrease the many of the divorce come in the Delhi NCR region and Gurgaon region due to they're not managing their married life and personal life due to their stress. And talking about the opportunity as in defense, many of you have heard about the only gold medal that bring by Neeraj Chopra in Olympic. Who got it? And he was the part of. Now still he is a part of Indian Army. And apart from that, Indian Defense Forces provide us opportunity in 360 domain. Like, Major Goravaria is a ex-serviceman of Indian Forces, and he's right now pursuing anchoring in a field. And that is just two examples. There are a lot of examples. And as far as talking about the concept of living off job, as chest number 6 mentioned about, there are a lot of people quit the job and quit the service. Friends, many of the aspirants quit the engineering, JE mains, even though rank, they neglect their rank and choose the NDA and serve, and they, after their life, they fully satisfy and happy that they choose Indian Defense Forces. And that's from my side.
As mentioned by the chest number 1, 3, and 6, like the training at the defense forces, it's very rigorous, and like many of the candidates like dropping out from the defense forces academies, and that is why one of the reason like the people are going towards the lucrative private jobs, as the lucrative private jobs are very less challenging. If you talk about the training and the selection procedures of the defense forces, if you want to become an officer, you have to gone through SSB selection procedure, and the selection ratio at the SSB is quite less, and also the training, which is very rigorous. The officers have to pass through the 1 year of rigorous training in the various and have to face through various challenges, and that is why I think like people or the youth are attracted towards this private job, because the selection procedure is quite easy, and they are also receiving the same amount of benefits and facilities which they are getting in the defense forces, and that is why the reason the youths are getting distracted towards the private jobs.
As chess number 10 said, I respect your point. Chess number 10 said, army gives many opportunities. Army gives you education. Army gives you mountaineering experience and more adventure experience. I want to ask that only those who are the top of the top in their units, they only get those opportunities. Not all, only those, because these are the things which need not only physical but mental toughness too. So only those, only top of the best get these is adventurous activities on that education platform only. And what are the rather left? What are the rather? So I think so. If there is a many young, that's why they are going to lucrative things, because they are getting more and more paid.
Fine. So it was a wonderful discussion, Girish. You did well. Everyone participated effectively, and everyone listened very well. All the very best for your actual session.